Oh, dang it. Alright. Episode 3. Teamed up with Daphne. Oh, yes! The hero of legend! I welcome you warmly to Midgard. He remembered well the day the hero first appeared before him. Oh yeah, F-Kare 1. Chosen as the one and only wielder of the sword, most exclusive, and possessing a role unique in the world. Our kingdom of Midgard, land of humanity, faces a dire danger. The Demon King has risen. That should not be his voice, but I can't think of anything right off the spot. And you, hero of legend, are the only one able to bring out the true power of the sword at your hip. The soul blade able to seal the Demon King away once more. The king makes clear the goal the player is to pursue in their game. The hero must fight the Demon King, a being that exists to put the fear of death into the heart of humanity. The king's presence shows the brutality of this battle between light and dark, hero and archfiend, of the war humanity wages for its very survival. I entrust this quest to you, O hero. Bring peace back to our lands. Should you choose to undergo this quest to seal the being most foul, I shall grant you reward as your heart desires. The king also makes clear what the player can expect in return on completing the game. Once all information is on the table, the monarch gives the party his blessing and sends them on their way. Dang it. Right, can't eat. There it is. Meanwhile, on the first floor of Gimle, it seems that all who were swept into this realm from elsewhere, we made it here last. A shame indeed. I'm the one to send off the hero's party on their quest to mark the beginning of the journey. Though perhaps that traditional role of a king holds no meaning in a world like this. If my hunch is correct, and this is the future that humanity and we shall eventually reach. Now in Gimle, he ponders this while watching the battles of future humanity continuing on into perpetuity. Deathless battles and nightly revelry in an everlasting cycle, such as the endless game of Odin. A proxy war held in Gimle, known here as it was there as humanity's last bastion. Yet this game is equal, has neither victor nor victory. All humanity in it is equally worthless. It is an imitation of war for survival, granted to idle humans to play at. Yet that pointless cycle is precisely why I was able to come to this world and see you, grown as you are. The wizened man appearing before the endless brawl addresses the empty space at his side, as if another stands there. For any other world, you took my place, and passed away far too young in a true war for survival, in the brutality of that royal succession. And the Harrier he had been observing noticed a newcomer in their midst. They draw their swords, male rustling. I have no ability to fight, but I can show you the hero and his party, where it points the light and provide him with encouragement. Thus I do lend you this body of mine, my beloved brother. As my Filja, I bid that you put your power to its best use. With that strength, we too shall ascend this tower. From there, surely lies the visage of humanity's even more distant future. My poor scales! Where am I? Ah, you're up! Are you alright? Do you remember blowing yourself up? What? That cannot... Wait, now that I look at you, I have no idea who either of you are. Fall over. So, you are a gag character! Behind me, Master. I shall guarantee your safety, employing the lessons of our last bout. Do you honestly expect me to tell humans apart simply by the appearance of their vessels? Can you humans tell fish and insects apart? Actually, yes, we can. The magic coursing through your veins. It remains as unfamiliar as our first meetings. Yet the appearance of your vessels feels oddly familiar. What the devil is going on in my mind? I feel a host of blank spots in my memory. Empty dens bereft of their treasure. And life. Yes, of course. The recollection has returned to me. That accursed trespasser who dared call himself a hero had barged into my lair like a common brigand and sliced away a good half of my dragon body. Are you talking about Beowulf? It will take much time to reabsorb energy from the dragon veins of my home in Gimle. Wait. This is no time to be worried about trifling matters of magic. What has become of my stores of gold? Of my jewels and treasures beyond measure? Let's go, Gordon. Blast that accursed pilferer! He's plundered my treasures! Master, the elevator to the third floor is over there. It would appear that Fafnir was amassing a collection of treasures in this room. Though to hear his howling, it seems that much of it has been made off. He sure is a Viking. Merciless. Still, he didn't take everything. Huh? What's that? A rusty sword on the ground? Hey, this sword looks kind of familiar. Wait, don't tell me! Oh wait, that was me. What's that rusty sword you have there? When, pray tell, did I add such a piece of garbage to my treasury? I must have at some point, yet why would I collect something so clearly lacking in value to me? Dang. worthless as it may be, it does look strangely fitting in your hands. Worthwhile, even. Very well, human. Give me your gratitude, for I shall allow you to borrow that sword. Huh? Wait, wasn't this sword stolen to begin with? Yet, as rightful repayment of this favor, I demand that you accompany me as my servants as we pursue the rogue who has robbed my lair. So, I wager that the two of you are heading for the upper floors from the looks of you, yes? Well, I can scarcely think of a more valuable companion than the Fire Dragon King himself. Master, I await your orders. I guess we could go with him. We're in a similar boat after all. He's probably not a bad guy. Understood. I will always follow your orders, Master. God, it's going slowly on purpose. It should add like a subtext, like, yeah, kinda. As an aside, what are your names? What are you here for? Huh? Where the hell is he? I was looking forward to this, but the big lizard's nowhere to be found. Nidhogg, Naga Yggdrasil is supposed to be here on the 3rd floor of Gimle. Where the hell did he get off to? Well, if he ain't here, he ain't here. Time to get going to the next floor. This is the 3rd floor? It's so different from the last. More jungle than spooky forest. From the energy flowing through this land's dragon veins, Nidhogg, Naga of Yggdrasil, where in blazes did you disappear to? Nidhogg? Naga? What's that? As I am a manifestation of fire, Nidhogg is the manifestation of the World Tree. While I admittedly have some fiery tendencies to me, the ancient Nidhogg is more akin to the wizened tree in the forest from ages past than a fierce dragon. And I say ancient not merely for rhetorical effect. He has lived many dozens of my lifespans. Indeed, his lair on this third floor predates my arrival here by many an age. A lair here? Why? Why in Gimle, Tower of Humans? Does he have business with humans? Indeed, he does. Or he did. With one of them bordering on obsession. Nidhogg had a human for a mate, you see. Yet the age is the age, and the world is the world. Nowhere in this land can a human live, but here in Gimle. From his habitat deep on the ground came he to the third floor, for the sole purpose of living with that mate of his. The rest of the details I am not privy to. I I've never liked the old man, so I have kept my distance. Yet a man and a dragon have vastly different lifespans, and thus he used the same device you have there. You have... What did that... You have there, G5, was it? I had to remember the name. I had to remember what the symbol stood for. The same device? You mean... You cannot mean to tell me you do not know what that visor your companion wears is. It is a magic item called the White Seal by the humans of this tower. The visors, valuable treasures in their own right, are what they use to create Inherior. They make the body unchanging while duplicating the personality within. Wait. You mean to tell me that visor that Gordon has is very similar to the crap that Kuma and... Well, sorry, that's Gunzo. That Gunzo and Kuma have. Sorry if that's a bit of a sorry if this is a bit of a spoiler. But yeah, they have that same crap in the future chapters. Oh my God, that's how screwed things are, huh? I've heard rumors that the white ones are custom made, meant for heroes that Odin takes a particular liking to. Yeah, see, the visor is very much the same. Though I cannot fathom why he would use such valuable magic items on mere humans. You're not going to steal it, are you? Don't you tell me to stay back, human! Besides, I have no intention of taking it. I could not, even if I wished to, for the visor is well merged with his body. The item itself has limited appeal to me as is, but I'm not yet in the business of putting human replicas in my vault. To return to my explanation before I was so rudely interrupted, his body remains as it was in life, but his personality, his consciousness, differs from the original. Though I guess that illustrates the depths of Nidhogg's attachment to that human. Not that I particularly care. To put it in terms you can understand, it is as though a human had changed their habitat and way of life to accompany a mere animal with the lifespan of days. That is the dragon we speak of. Which is precisely why it's so strange that he is not here. You understand my meaning now, I trust? No, I actually don't. Can you explain some more? As I said before, there are no lands in this world where humans can live besides Gimle. To leave Gimle would be to abandon his beloved human, and that is something he will never do. We dragons live off the great dragon veins that run throughout the land, drawing from the power they store to. No, that analogy would be incorrect. It would be more accurate to say the dragon veins are our bodies, for we use them as our nerves, our blood veins, and even for our thoughts. Yet there is neither trace nor sign that Nidhogg is connected to the dragon veins of this floor. No, to say that would not be precise enough. To put it in clearer words, I cannot find any hint that he was ever here. What in the world could that mean? Wait, what? Huh? What are you looking at? Oh dear. Oh, what's with these guys? How long have they been here? Behind me, Master. They're coming. Insolent hooligans! Do you not know that you are in the presence of the Fire Dragon King Fafnir? I may not be able to use my spells, but I can still crush you with pure magic drawn up from the dragon veins. Wow. What an explosion. You're so dashing, Fafnir. Looks like you've finally come around to understanding my glory, haven't you, Brad? They're gone. Maybe that was too much, Fafnir. Hold your tongue! I did not hit them with a blow powerful enough to eradicate them with no trace. As I unleashed my magical barrage upon them, it felt as though I struck nothing at all. Those hooligans, too. I can sense no trace that they were here. To put it in terms you can understand, it is as if they were never in this world to begin with. As though I could neither perceive them nor conceive of them. As though the act of nothing, their existence itself, is strictly forbidden. I felt this sensation earlier, too. Blast it all! What is going on? I should have decided on some form a signal to use when contacting Nidhogg long ago. Nothing has made sense since I was so unceremoniously jumped into this world. I tell you, nothing. Hold on, Fafnir. What did you just say? Did I say something particularly odd, Brad? I said that ever since I was so unceremoniously dumped into this world, nothing... We can continue this another time, Master. Get behind me. You. Who are you? Ah, thank you. Thank goodness. I was beginning to think I wouldn't be able to catch up. Huh? Who are you? That old man, is he? Now this is another surprisingly young human to run into in this land. What is going on this week? All right. Oh, they're all five. they're 5-star, but these other two aren't. Okay. Hey, it's the old game. In the world of swords, sorcery, and adventure, in its lands of legend, the hero ventured with his party against the fearsome Demon King. It is said that their auspicious adventure began in the kingdom of Midgard, the land of humans. The hero of old was sent on his quest by the king of Midgard, whose name was Klaus. This monarch had an older brother identical in appearance, who had passed away in his childhood during the succession struggle. That brother had originally been destined for the throne, and the name Klaus, which accompanied it. Had all proceeded according to plan, the younger brother would have been ejected from this world, never to return. Yet the older brother took the place of the younger, giving his life and passing in his stead. The older brother, meant to be king, drew breath no longer. None knew this better than Klaus. So if a world existed where his brother continued to age, taking the throne in adulthood to rule as expected, it would be the future that should have been, where the tree of time grew with its branches in order, a world where Klaus was not. We had been awaiting the hero's return in the audience chamber of the Midgard castle when it happened. The door opened, and I could tell the hero and his party were almost here. I saw them. Brave souls I had waited so long for, just beyond the world illuminating light. And that is when it happened in earnest. I felt a violent shock accompanied by a vague sensation that the world was being torn into pieces. I eventually regained consciousness and saw before me that familiar sight of the world tree. Yet this tree had lived far longer than the one I knew, its trunk stretching far higher into the heavens, and its branches covering much greater breadth. That is when I came eye to eye with an individual who did not exist in the world I had come from. The sight of him explained it all. I had arrived in a future different from my own. The correct future, in which a different branch had been taken at a critical point in time, and the correct person remained alive. I also realized that this other future had a particular taboo to it, set by a certain rule maker. Those who had come from an incorrect timeline had their very existence forbidden. So I made my decision. I would cede body and name to the brother I had met in this future, giving him my memories as well. I shall say that I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Klaus, King of Midgard, the one who should have inherited this name and throne. After you all exchange information, the man introducing himself as Klaus greets you with a bright smile. I do believe I gained my immortality at a younger age than I would appear. Yet, I'm afraid my speech and mannerisms are excessively influenced by my younger brother. His body and its memories are a little too compatible, I suppose. Klaus, King of Midgard. I've heard that name around somewhere. Perhaps you heard my name from the hero, the one who lived in the age of my brother's rule. Or perhaps you met my beloved brother yourself when you went to the other side. Much like you, hero and Sir Gordon, I am in the vessel of another, the trappings of one who should not be in this world. Maybe I should change MC's voice back, Hero's voice back to mine, since I'm in his body again. And I guess I'm the one actually in control. I have borrowed my younger brother's body and had his memories transplanted, much like you have, Sir Gordon. Huh? Wait, how did you know? So we're the same then? Indeed, much like you inhabit the hero's body as we speak. My younger brother was caught up in a violent impact while awaiting the hero with Sirs Fafnir and Gordon. That sent him to this world, or perhaps I should say, to this future. Oh, great. So we have Xenoverse time travel, Dragon Ball time travel theory going. Thusly, Sir Gordon and I left our bodies in the care of one who was not in our past world, and have met again like this. The hero is much the same, though it appeared that the times of our arrivals have differed slightly. It seems that you were sent here rather early, Sir Gordon, and had quite the trying time. Now, hold on a moment, human. Do you mean to say that I, you, and these other humans were all together to begin with from elsewhere? Indeed, Fire Dragon King. If my deduction is correct, your memories from before your arrival should be shrouded in fog, yes? Indeed, my memories from before being cut down by that sorry excuse of a hero are... According to the knowledge passed out in Midgard royalty, a dragon's core lies not in their body, but in the dragon's veins that flow throughout the given land. Their memories are linked to this land, and they grow harder to maintain when a dragon leaves it. It is for this reason I hear that a worm is more often than not a wanderer. The more time passes, the harder it should be to remember. Wait, what do you say? Yet, bonds and connections, no matter how faint, should make you feel some form of familiarity. King Klaus, I have a few questions. King Klaus, you say, hero? As that is what I am calling myself, perhaps I shall have to call you, have you call me that name. I'm getting tongue-tied. As that is what I am calling myself, perhaps I shall have you call me that as well. Now, let us hear your questions. Why only swap the humans inside? Where are the others sent here? What is this place anyway? I see. Excellent questions to ask. Very well, though my answer may differ from the order of your questions, I shall answer to the limits of my knowledge. Employing the secrets of mine royal line and the memories held in this staff of a sacred artifact, let me explain. The three questions you have asked are each connected to an important condition. Before anything else, I must make sure you understand what that is. Young hero, in this world, no individual human has a special role or rule, no particular power. Therefore, it is sometimes said we are in the future where humans have lost all value. And that is true, in a way. Compared to the mightier, more powerful beings that walk this lands, humans are too soft and weak to become the protagonists of the age. Yet Odin and the Aesir, the giants, the Vanir, all the mightier beings of the land are prophesied to meet in the land to meet the twilight of their reign. I was about to say the land of God. I hate when my brain does that. The world of swords and sorcery from which we hail is one where that prophecy of twilight came to pass. Most of the world tree burned away, leaving but residue behind. The Aesir and giants receded from that forefront of history. The dragons retreated deep into the mountains and their great halls, rarely if ever deigning to show themselves in the lands of man. Their powers were spread through bloodline and sacred artifact, diffusing through human, elf, ogre, and dwarf, trading death for breath. Interesting. Yet this land has a clearly different future, one in which the Aesir remain in control. The great folk continue their wars, rending the world and leaving humanity with naught but their final land of Gimle to inhabit. Here they have little for reprieve but Odin's game, spoken of in our world as legend. Legend that speaks of a game that, should one partake and display bravery and martial mastery, will see one granted an immortal body and nightly revelry. Odin's game. Yet, when one thinks of this world, hero, does it not seem strange? Every bit as sharp as the hero my brother puts his trust in, different though you may be. Indeed, if humans truly have no value in this world, for what reason would anyone need to have them partake in this game? What are you going on about? What are you trying to say, old man? Well, think of it like this, Fire Dragon King. You have a particular fondness for gathering up rare treasures, do you not? Would you then seek to look for worthless junk and do something with it? A senseless question. It would be an utter waste of time and effort. One the mere consideration of would... Oh! That's what you're getting at then. If humans were truly worthless, what reason would the great folk have to make them do any of this? Why not simply leave them to their devices and let them fall? Yet they did not. Why would that be? This is kind of where Valkyrie profile kind of falls off. Using my knowledge from that. It's kind of where that falls off. They're valuable to someone else? But who? There are many secrets the crown in other worlds Midgard passes down from generation to generation. One of them speaks of Odin's game and holds that the humans turned into the Inherior in it are trophies offered up to Odin and the Aesir. Oh, continue. He takes a breath and looks to the heavens, to the highest floor of Gimle. There, at the... Oh, you do not have this kind of screenshot. There, at the peak of the Golden Tower, lay the Palace of Valhalla, seat of representative Odin. In ages past, Odin showed quite a fondness for the Inherior, who fought nobly on the battlefield, taking many in as his foster children. Wishing to keep their powers and their bodies at their peak, he granted them immortality and lured them into his designs with promises of nightly revelry into perpetuating. The humans, the Inherior, must have believed themselves to be players in the game at first. Oh, they must have seen it as such a delightful game. Once they could join in for free and gain a wonderful trophy. A nice little prize if they won, immortality and an eternity of mead. And I must say they are correct, in a manner of speaking. If one only takes the human point of view, I'm sure the thought never dawned on most of them that they were the trophies themselves, with no idea that they were little more than your toys to be admired, Odin. They marched themselves into your game. Oh my god, that has... that has, like... That just has like a lot of parallels. That, like, okay. So considering that Tokyo is essentially a game in order to capture the MC who is the trophy, but what if everybody in Tokyo was actually a trophy? Like, everybody within Tokyo's borders was a trophy. And basically whoever won the game gets everything. Or, considering where we are in the current story, what if a certain somebody already has, like, basically is like, I was the winner from the start. Oh god. And in this state of affairs, much more cruel than simply being worthless, they call me the prevaricator, the deceiver, and venomous, and yet I'd say I'm much less cruel. Now, this is how a game master should be. Isn't that right, Odin, blood brother of mine? Perhaps I was too direct. That is my role, after all. Always saying the thing that will bring the house down. But afterwards, my beloved blood brother, there's still much to enjoy that follows. Oh god of this realm, gaze from the highest seat in the theater. What becomes of the Inherior who win their way to these heights? Indeed, the specimens of humanity who make it to the top of Gimle come to live in the same future as my brother. If one can call it that. Oh dear. It is omniscience. It is omnipotence. It is the future's unavoidable dead end. Oh, snap. Hold, Klaus. You said your name was? You say that humans who gather here are meant to be trophies for the great folk. Do you mean to imply then that we great folk dragons were lured to Gimle by promises of that same prize? Huh? What? Well, you know, I kind of already know what it's like, so hiya, I'm a trophy. Why would I work for the likes of a human? It is only treasure of gold that draws my eye. Yet I can imagine that old fool Nidhogg falling for such a ploy. Even if that were the case, who was it that dared commit such an unforgivable sight against dragonkind? Are you actually mad, Fafnir? What's there? Good dragon. Hey! Hands off of my head! That is no way to treat a superior being! Besides... Hold on, everyone. Looks like we're surrounded. What? Them again. How did they get so close so fast? Good job noticing them. G5. For some reason, I could just tell they were here. Perhaps we are more similar than I thought. Crap, there's even more of them. Where did they all show up? That's... Is that who I think it is leading them? That's Bacchus! One of the hero's dear friends! Hey! Bacchus! No answer at all. He's not hear me? He's moving like a puppet. I know not whose doing this is, but there is no question that it is vile. Though the reason I find myself so irked over this affair involving humans eludes me. You will pay for your insolence! Lords of Gimle pulling the strings up above. Fire Dragon King Fafnir will show you true flame!
この邪魔守冥府より来たれ。命令を入力。わしが導こう。命令を遂行する。守りやってやる。やってやる。邪魔をするな。なんとめんどくさい。邪魔をするな。やってやる。邪魔をするな。命令を遂行する。遂行する。燃えろ。命令を入力。ああ、行こうぜみんな。命令遂行する。遂行する。燃えろ。邪魔をするな。争いはこの場だが、争いでしかなせぬこともある。今はただ進むことだけをよしとしようぞ。
A smiling Nidhogg, Naga of Yggdrasil, takes the hand of his beloved beside him and strokes their cheek with his free hand. Humans are made of flesh and blood, not gold. The meaning of displaying such adoration for them is lost on me. Spoken like a true whelp. How about I give you a pat on the head, like I did when you were but a hatchling? Oh. I also seem to remember a certain someone coming here for head pats after a fight with his papa, Radar. Though you were a lot more endearing when you just started to take after me and use books as a medium for your magic. Enough talk of the past days, you accursed fossil! It sends a chill down my spine to think that I'll be an old dragon like you someday. Indeed you will. We're the same breed, you and I, in more ways than one. Much like the treasure that was important to you, now, well, this human is important to me. The human he calls his mate strokes his cheek in response, and Nidhogg smiles with a look of true joy. I have a spot of amnesia now, and I don't remember a thing about the past. But know this. Fafnir's expression changes to one of sheer anger, and light begins pouring into him from the ground at his feet. In this land, that human is not your plaything to be toyed with! Nidhogg, I'm borrowing your dragon veins and linking them to my domain at Gimle Heath. Open your eyes and gaze, scum, for you are about to witness our dragonic rage! Whoa, what an explosion. Wait, can't do that, Fafnir, you're going to blow Bacchus away! Worry not, Brad. You heard me, I borrowed that Naga's magic. The tree saved him? What do you think you're doing? Do not push your luck, human! Yet for some reason, I cannot say I dislike it. Very well, you are forgiven this one time. Yet it seems I have gained a reason to scale Gimle. There is much I must wring from this Odin and his ilk above, including the location of that fool of an old dragon Nidhogg. Wouldn't kill you, to be honest. Where is my please take me with you? Why must you constantly speak as if we are friends and equals, Brad? I am a superior being, a dragon! Well, allow me to do my kingly duty and bless the hero's party as they embark on their journey. Klaus holds up the royal staff passed down for generations and speaks with kingly splendor. The future you have arrived in is a game for survival. One where only the strong and those who adapt to the age win as the world demands. Win and survive. Yet we know that is not all there is to this world, to the world. That humanity's value does not lie there alone. Brave hero and bold company, I beseech thee, rise to the peak of Gimle and cast away the clouds of darkness that hang overhead. Bring hope to this future. Yes, your majesty. Let's do this, everyone. Oh, that's some revealing truths.